Hi everyone, welcome to TFT Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with Oberon and Banshee. And this is me, Oberon, with my outlook on the emotional exchanges. And of course, it being Super Tarot Love Month all February long, and this being the emotional exchanges and Saint Valentine's Day, just a few days away, I have decided to do something a little special for this installment. So in addition to the regular reading, I'm also going to see if astrologically anyone has a secret admirer out there. And I'm going to use my Secrets Tarot for that. So pay attention. Here we go. So as you know, I do the readings for the astrological signs of the zodiac as fire, water, earth, and air signs, not necessarily in that order. And I'm also using the Final Rose Tarot, which is a very much a romance, love-themed tarot. So it's very useful to help me focus on those ideas there. So we're going to start off, of course, with the air signs. Air signs are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And we pull two cards for each of the elemental signs. I said astrological, but it's just the elemental signs, how they're divided. Two cards though, and the first card represents the idea of what is emotionally pleasing that is coming towards you, and then the second card is the challenge to that, the challenge to seeing that succeed. Then the additional card, which will also be pulled for the elemental signs from the Secret Tarot, will be asking the question, do you have a secret admirer, and what might they be like, or who might they be? Sort of like a clue and sort of like a Valentine's Day kind of thing. Okay, so air signs. What is the good thing coming to you? And it's the Page of Cups. Page of Flutes, it says. The Daydreamer. So what is coming towards you is an opportunity to really immerse yourself in the idea of what is perfect for you, either in the relationship you have or the one you want to have. It may be that there's a great degree of sensuality contained here, and so the idea of what air signs are looking for has something to do with really feeling heightened emotions of pleasure, love, commitment, etc. So what would be the challenge to that? And I go to the bottom of the deck to pull the challenge. And it's Ace of Pentacles reversed. It says fresh meat. And so the challenge to that, well, the obvious thing is that maybe there's some immense disorganization with this process. That maybe if there's an involvement of really changing the material settings or the security settings of things, that it's not going to work out well. So it's a little vague here, but it sort of feels like you can't really accomplish this maybe on the cheap. You really have to be able to put a lot into this, that this idea about really exploring your dream in your relationship, it's going to cost you some money. So maybe it's talking about a Valentine's Day date. Boy, it took me so long to figure that out, eh? Okay, so anyways, as promised, the next card I pull from the Secrets Tarot will be what the possible secret admirer that air signs get. Or the others when it's their turn. And so from the air sign deck, the Secret Admirer says Knight of Pentacles. And so the Knight of Pentacles could be a darker complexioned person. Could be somebody who's an earth sign. Could be somebody who really feels they like to take things really slowly and carefully in terms of figuring out their relationships, or moving towards it rather. So that this could be a person who really decides they want to move with slow steps towards the relationship. So I don't know, does that sound like anyone you know? Okay, so then now we are going to move on to fire signs. Fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. We're going to be looking at the emotional good thing that's happening this week for them, and then what the challenge is to that. And then throw in the Secret Admirer. And of course, even if you are in a relationship or not, you can still have a secret admirer. That's why they're secret. Okay, fire signs. Whoa, Two of Flutes, Two of Cups. Cheers, it says. Well, I would suppose that maybe for those who are looking for a relationship, you know, this is the week covering Valentine's Day. Something really seems to click for people maybe who are just beginning the possibilities of relationships. Or if you're somewhere else in the spectrum of the relationship forming or becoming its thing, then certainly there's even more going on. The Two of Cups would be talking about maybe really feeling the bond and the harmony and the complete trust and faith that each partner wants to put in each other. So what is the challenge to that if that's happening as the result of, you know, Valentine's Day feelings, you know, the relationship drawing closer? What is the challenge to that? And the challenge to that, it's the Magician reversed. The challenge to that would be the misuse of some of the things that are going towards working on the relationship. So if there are certain skills being used to create or create the bonds of the relationship, and I'm not talking about magical stuff because it is the Magician, but it's hard to be very specific. You know, a lot of these cards could apply to a number of situations, so you try to figure it out. But anything that maybe is organizational or maybe creative or some sense of willpower, trying to pull together the elements of the perfect date and the situation to pop the question if that's what's going on, or to propose any sort of, you know, furtherance of the bond. Don't try too hard. It may be just to enjoy what that moment is without seeing it necessarily as part of a plan. The Magician is the planner doing things, and that putting that emphasis on it, that this needs to mean more and part of some strategy, could be bad. Okay, I'll just say that could be bad. So that is that. And now I'm going to look at the Secret Tarot for the Secret Admirer for the fire signs. And there is a Secret Admirer for fire signs. It's represented by the reversed Empress. And the reversed Empress usually talks about the kind of person that maybe wants to take care of themselves more than anything. So this is kind of like maybe a little bit of playing hard to get with a little edge there. It's like they secretly admire you, but maybe due to either the situations that they see you in, maybe they see you in a relationship, and so they're not sure how to really say, I have something else to offer to you too. They play like they're not, I'm not going to say it's a game for them, but the secret admirer seems to need to take care of themselves maybe more than they need to have you to take care of. That's what I think is going on here. So the secret admirer maybe is somebody who's very needy, and maybe, whether you're in a relationship or not, maybe you still have a way of being able to ferret this out and maybe, steer them towards, some self-esteem building of their own. All right, so I'm going to let it go with that. Very curious. So that was the fire signs. So now we are on to water signs. And water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So this one's for you. We want to see what are the happy, emotionally resonant, joyful things that are coming to you. And then maybe not so much what the challenges are to those, whether possibly doable or insurmountable. All right, so water signs. What is the good vibration coming to you? And this card we had for the last reading, but in a different context, it is the Magician. And so water signs, particularly maybe Scorpio, since that seems to kind of work the best with this energy, but I'm not going to rule anyone out. The water signs really have a plan here in romantic ways, and maybe they feel that no matter where they're at in the process, they have a lot to really contribute to how this relationship works. They put the magic into the relationship. This doesn't necessarily deny that there's a partner who does things too, but this is really where the energy is coming from. It's you guys, water signs. And this is that time for you to feel that way, maybe because it's Valentine's season. Maybe there are other reasons to feel that way. But what is the challenge to that? What are the things that possibly could stop that or be a problem? And it's Temperance reversed. It says keep it chill. It's upside down though. Temperance reversed. So the challenge to this is clearly that the water signs have some very mixed emotions about this, maybe even to the point where it's very unbalanced in terms of what they want. So realistically, this could be people who aren't in relationships or who are in relationships but are seeking new relationships. These are people who are maybe choosing between relationships, choosing to get out of one to choose another one. And the Magician is a juggler. The Magician could be that kind of crafty. So this could be talking about that, even that the opportunity to switch relationships or to move into something new, no matter where you are coming from, already in a relationship or not. But this card here, the challenge to that is saying that really, this would really provoke a lot of bad balance, bad feelings, bad emotional situations going on. It would really not be the best time, or you would have to be prepared to deal with all of that kind of blowback. Okay, so now then, what is the secret admirer? And maybe you don't need to know about the secret admirer, since maybe you have somebody else you're already thinking about. But at any rate, the secret admirer is like yourself, possibly a water sign. It's the Queen of Cups or Chalices, and she's reversed. And a lot of times the energies or emotions or feelings of a person, or an essence of energy that the Queen of Cups is bringing, usually has a lot of emotional, raw energy, raw feelings. People that are very sad about certain things, or people that are very confused about their emotional feelings. And so you are probably attracting the attention of this secret admirer, somebody who maybe is really looking for somebody like you to kind of add reason or something more realistic to their life rather than an imagination. It's probably an imagination that they feel they could be in a relationship with you because they're really not, ready for a relationship with you or anyone, perhaps. Okay, so that was the water signs. So we are now on the earth signs. And the earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So we're going to look once again at what is the good vibration, the good emotional situation that may be coming or seems to be coming towards the earth signs. And then conversely, possibly, what is the challenge to that? What are the things that maybe would stop that or that you need to be aware of that you could, be watching out for to get around? Whoa, don't fall. Cards are really slippery lately. Okay. So the good thing that's happening is the Eight of Pentacles, the camera guy, and it's upright. The Eight of Pentacles, the camera guy, excuse me, an opportunity to really work and develop more to the romantic framework of your life, the emotional geography. So if you're not in a relationship, this could be working towards that, maybe by being, first willing to invest in the friendship and then move it along to another stage. It could mean other things if you're already in a relationship. Depending on where you're at in that relationship, you might be working on really specific goals that are more material. So those could be, having a household or saving up for a vacation or for a new vehicle or a lot of things like that. So this card is saying that really the opportunity to really start investing in the work of doing that project or getting that situation going is happening. And then the card representing the challenge to the first one is our friend, the Page of Cups, the Page of Flutes, reversed. And so it's the Daydreamer reversed. And so the challenge to that maybe is, as that energy is very much kind of cups, watery, intuition energies, somebody really who's not able to focus, maybe this is yourself or maybe this is other people in the relationship, but somebody who really is having some problems finding clarity, and maybe they're overly imaginative about how things are done, and so they're really complicating matters in some respect there. So it's a situation to work on. So finally, the earth signs, the secret admirer. Who is your secret admirer? Earth signs, and it's another earth sign. Ha ha ha. It's the Knave of Pentacles. The Knave of Pentacles would be like the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles is not unlike too much the Page of Cups, although this page is reversed here. But the Page of Pentacles has the ability to kind of be introspective and maybe philosophical about process. And maybe there's somebody who's a student. Okay, so that's a clue. Or somebody who's a lifelong learner if they're not traditional student, but somebody who's very interested in philosophy, mysticism, maybe history, more mundanely, things like that. So you may have a sacred admirer who has those kind of qualities. They could be another earth sign, such as yourself. So they could be a Capricorn or a Taurus or a Virgo. It's hard to say if they're going to come out into the open. It seems to be interesting with that. So I'm going to just let it go with that and say happy Valentine's Day for all of the signs. And I hope that was good for you. I'm going to have more Super Tarot Love Month activities next month. Maybe we'll do another spell like we did the first week. So I want everybody to have a great one. Don't forget to watch the happy hour tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. And then don't forget to watch our live stream at 2 p.m. on Sundays, 2 to 4 p.m. And also watch Banshee's Material Matters. It's pre-recorded, but it's on Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. And we are live in the chat room to talk about that reading and anything else. So until we meet again, happy Valentine's Day, and we'll see you next time.